And it's been over a week now since a tornado left miles of destruction across Sedgwick and Butler counties, and tonight Kansans are still picking up the pieces. It may be hard to believe this all happened just over a week ago Friday night. Cake News was on the air for hours working to keep you safe and informed. Here in Andover, the YMCA was just one of over 1,000 buildings affected by this EF3 tornado that tore through the town last night. A spokesperson here at the Y tells us employees had only minutes to react as quickly as possible to get everyone to safety before that tornado touched the building.
Had my kids and my dog and all my neighbors. That's what matters.
That's right, Pilar. I spoke to a Wichita native who now lives in Andover, and this is what is left of his home. He said he's seen tornadoes off in the distance before, and some even come close to him, but he's never been completely displaced like he is now.
Somebody called me when I was at like 235 in Kellogg and said they're saying there's a tornado down in Lakeview Heights. And called my neighbors, and they said it just went through, and my house was gone.
I don't know where it came from. And she said, oh, we've got to put this out there. She said, you can't get more open than this.
She said the tornado took everything she had, but it didn't take her or her husband. And this is all stuff that can be replaced.
Minor fixer-upper with a great open floor plan with natural lighting and good ventilation. Well, yeah, that kind of describes it. So.
And as you just heard, she has a positive outlook on this terrible blow that she was dealt. She says the alternative would be for her to simply give up, and that's not an option for her right now. Hey, Pilar, yeah, you're exactly right. It's a different scene out here, and some of the great things Mick Louderman, I'm standing across this house, some of the great things he loved about this neighborhood were these huge cottonwood trees. Look at the magnitude, look at the size of this thing, and the sense of privacy they provided. He said because of them, you wouldn't be able to see across this lake here. Now that privacy is gone, and he doesn't believe trees like this that we replace within his lifetime. And now he's looking to save what wood he has from his own property.
It's obviously the second big one that's hit us. Last one was in '91. We didn't live in this house, but we were close by. And it's part of living in Kansas. There's always that risk. You live some other places, there's other risks. There's wildfires, there's earthquakes. We have tornadoes.
He wanted me to tell our Cake viewers that he's so thankful for all the help he's received, whether it's from friends, family, neighbors, random people in this community just stopping by, asking to help, church groups. He even said someone picked up his trash not too long ago. And another thing, he said a local business in Wichita even dropped off a $100 gift card to him and his family, and he's not alone. But one thing I want to point out, look at this flag. This is the Homeowners Association flag here in this neighborhood. He said it was actually on a flagpole just across the way, across the lake, and he said he found it. And I asked him why he wanted to hang it back up here, and he said he wanted to show the community, give them a sense of community once again, and to show the people here solidarity.
It was calm, and then all of a sudden it sounded almost like a train, and I turned around to pick up my son from the door because I thought the wind was picking up, and it looked like a tornado was going by. We just all took off to the bottom floor.
And Haley says this is debris from that roof that then flew and hit her second floor apartment.
We heard a roaring sound and we came running in. Well, we couldn't open our slide glass door, so like I cut my finger a little bit, but we got in safely.
We could hear him talking to other people like, hey, do you have somewhere to stay? Do you have somewhere to stay? So you could just tell there was a community aspect coming together out there in East Wichita. It was just definitely a very scary situation. We didn't know what we were walking on. Lights were out, it's dark outside, but we did see, nails and roof shingles just everywhere. You saw that person's like little porch area just flattened, It was pretty bad out there.
Lots of damage, lots of cleanup to be starting to do as the weekend begins.
Deb, David, I'm near Andover Road, which is a place where you would find the American Red Cross's emergency response vehicle cruising these streets, helping these neighborhoods and providing water, food, and even emotional support to those affected by this tornado.
They don't have to pack up and come all the way to wherever those same items might be available, which it may be only a few blocks from where they are, but it could be halfway across the county also.
That volunteer also adds it's important to meet people at their point of need. He says the American Red Cross has assisted 150 homes so far. Hey Deb, hey David. The National Weather Service says it's the damage assessing entity when it comes to this kind of stuff. This tornado was an EF3, and construction and home builds tell much of the story.
Seemed like some of the older homes were a lot more solid built, and they took the time to make them more solid. And some of the newer homes, they didn't fare quite as well.
The codes become more strict as time goes. However, the material that's used is not necessarily as good quality-wise as it may have been 50 or 60 years ago.
Butler County tells me when rebuilding does begin for so many of those families out there that the county will waive those rebuilding permit fees. Live in West Wichita, Hannah King, Cake News investigates.